Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best mirrorless camera for 2023 in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review, and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 7. Nikon Z50. The Nikon Z50 is a gloriously retro take on the Nikon Z50, the camera giant's other crop sensor mirrorless camera. It packs the same specs as the Z50 into a body that's inspired by the Nikon FM2 from the early 1980s, and the combination is a triumph for casual shooters who want a fun camera for travel and everyday shooting. It might lack a weatherproof build and the large grip seen on the Nikon Z50, but we found the Z50 to be a delight to shoot with. Its competitive specs, which included 20.9 MP sensor, the ability to shoot 4K/30p video, and continuous AF tracking for people and animals, are also borne out in reality. The only downside? A lack of native lenses. If a wide range of APS-C lenses is important to you, then Fujifilm's X series is a good alternative, but otherwise, the Nikon Z50 is a glorious mix of old and new. Number 6. Olympus OMD EM10 Mark IV. On paper, the EM10 Mark IV is an easy camera to overlook. But in reality, it's one of the best cameras for beginners who are mainly focused on stills rather than video. It might lack advanced features such as phase detection autofocus or a microphone input, but it ticks all of the key boxes for beginners. A compact body and approachable button layout make it an accessible upgrade for smartphone photographers, as do Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. In our tests, we found that the 20.3 MP sensor to be plenty capable enough to capture consistently attractive images, while in-body image stabilization works a treat for shooting snaps at slower shutter speeds. The 121-point contrast detection autofocus won't make headlines, but it does a decent job of consistently tracking faces and eyes. Add classic styling to the mix, plus a handy flip-down touchscreen and an advanced photo mode that makes it easy to experiment with complex techniques, and the Mark IV proves itself a well-rounded beginner mirrorless option. The first thing that strikes you about the EM10 IV is its diminutive size. It's small enough to fit into the pocket of regular fit trousers, and that's with its 14-42mm Zuiko f/3.5 to 5.6 pancake kit lens attached. We've always been huge fans of the twin-control dial setup of the EM10, as it allows you to make adjustments to both shutter speed, aperture, or exposure compensation with ease when shooting manually. The mode dial that sits beside them provides straightforward access to the camera's 9 shooting modes, including video. There's also a dedicated video record button, placed sensibly on the shoulder of the camera for quick access. There isn't much room for buttons elsewhere on the camera, but Olympus has managed to place controls that cover most key functions without making the camera feel cluttered. There's also touchscreen access via the rear LCD, further boosting the camera's usability. Number 5. Panasonic Lumix S5i. A worthy successor to one of our favorite video cameras, the Panasonic Lumix S5i improves on the S5's excellent precedent. Wieldy like its predecessor, we found it sturdy yet comfortable to handle during testing. Happily, its compact design doesn't compromise the physical controls. Like the S5, the S5i is ticketed as a hybrid, but video is where it excels. In our tests, we found it 6K/30 footage rich and detailed, with wide dynamic range. Its video chops are bolstered by 10-bit recording across almost all resolutions, plus the ability to record uncropped footage using the sensor's full 3:2 aspect ratio, useful for cropping content. The S5i is Panasonic's first mirrorless camera, with phase detection AF for video. Combined with highly effective image stabilization, we found it produces sharp, stable video, even when shooting handheld, although the 1.5x crop on 4K/60p video is a shame. It's no slouch for stills either. Contrast detection AF proved rapid and reliable, and the S5i demonstrated excellent noise control. Serious videographers will be drawn by the Lumix S5iX, while the Canon EOS R6i offers more advanced subject detection. Nevertheless, the S5i is a fantastic hybrid for high-quality video. Number 4. Fujifilm X-S20. Taking all that made the X-S10 one of our favorite mirrorless hybrids, the Fujifilm X-S20 adds beginner-friendly features while still satisfying advanced users. Adopting the balanced body of the XS10, it handles comfortably. Our first impressions found that simplified dials make it easier for learners to operate. A new vlog mode, plus automatic scene detection and better subject tracking, also eases the way for beginners. By inheriting the 26.1 MP X-Trans CMOS4 sensor from the XS10 and XT4, the XS20 benefits from a proven imaging system. While Fuji's latest X processor 5 works efficiently, with the bigger battery to extend longevity. The XS20 enhances things further by offering 6K/34 to 210-bit internal video recording, which is more than most casual content creators will need. We think many beginners will be wary of its increased price tag, with the XS10 still available for less. We also wish that Fuji had weather-sealed the XS20. All the same, with a generous feature set, including in-body image stabilization that worked well for handheld shooting in our Rev. Number 3. Nikon Z6i. For a long time, the full-frame Nikon Z6 reigned as our number one camera. This successor remains an excellent performer, particularly for those looking to upgrade from Nikon DSLRs, but the Z6E's modest updates mean it's fallen slightly behind the very best mirrorless cameras. It still comes highly recommended though, thanks to its consistency in most areas, with the addition of a second X-Speed 6 processor bringing a range of performance improvements that include a new 14 fps burst shooting speed. In our tests, we found the autofocus to be a significant improvement on the Nikon Z6, particularly with animal eye/face detection, and the Z6i adds a much-needed USB SD card slot alongside the existing XKD/CF Express slot. Video does now lag slightly behind hybrid rivals like the Sony A7 IV. But with a tried and tested 24 MP full-frame BSI CMOS sensor, which delivers very good high ISO performance and the best handling around, it fully deserves its place at the top table for photographers. Do it all with this versatile full-frame mirrorless hybrid that excels in speed, image quality, and video performance. Everything a hybrid still and video mirrorless camera is meant to be. High-speed shooting with the buffer capacity to match. 4K Ultra HD video at 60p. 273-point hybrid AF system with more options. Outstanding low-light capabilities. Dual processors. Dual card slots. Wireless connectivity with smartphones and laptops. Tons of creative features, and that's just the beginning. Pairing the 24.5 MP Z6i with the versatile Nikon Z24 70mm/4S zoom lens, you'll get a constant /4 designed to be shot wide open with smooth, quiet focusing. This high-resolution lens is ideal for capturing wide views, close-ups, and everything in between. Number 2. Canon EOS R7. The Canon EOS R7 is like one of the camera giant's full-frame EOS R cameras, only with a smaller APS-C sensor. For the price, it's impressively powerful, particularly if you're a fan of shooting wildlife or sports scenes. That's because it boasts 15 fps burst speeds, or 30 fps if you switch to the electronic shutter. Our tests found that the EOS R7 can indeed hit these speeds, but you don't get the deep buffers found on full-frame siblings like the EOS R6, so it can't sustain those speeds for quite as long. Beyond rattling off frames of speeding animals, the EOS R7 offers comfortable handling, Canon's latest subject tracking autofocus system, and dual USB card slots, making it a camera that will also tempt pro EOS R series fans as a second body. The only downside? Canon has so far only made 2 native lenses for the EOS R7's APS-C sensor. More should be en route though, and you can always mount existing RF lenses or adapt older EF lenses from Canon's DSLRs while you wait. Capture breathtaking photos and 4K 60p videos with the Canon EOS R7 STM kit. This Canon R7 camera's DiGi-CX image processor, with 32.5 APS-C CMOS sensor, takes your content creation and photography to new heights. The included RFS 18-150mm lens along with optional mounts such as EFS, EF-RF, and the NEU RFS mount is 1. Easily attached to the EOS R7. With the EOS R7 digital camera's continuous shooting speeds of 15 fps, you can shoot crystal clear images of cars, sporting events, animals too, and other moving objects anytime, anywhere. Built with 5-axis image stabilization with coordinated control. 3. This Canon digital camera comes complete with 7 stops of shake correction, so every shot remains sharp. Number 1. Sony A7 IV. The Sony A7 IV is a truly modern hybrid camera. It's overkill for beginners and more expensive than its stills-focused competition. But it's also a versatile workhorse for anyone who wants to shoot a mixture of photos and video. A price bump means it no longer occupies the same entry-level price bracket as its popular predecessor, but upgrades like 10-bit video and a Bian's XR processor make it a much more powerful option. In our tests, we found the A7 IV to have class-leading autofocus skills, plus a seemingly endless buffer depth, which means the camera can almost indefinitely maintain its maximum burst speeds without any slowdown. When using a CF Express card, it swallowed 9 apps for over a minute, or 6-7 faps when continuously shooting RAW. The A7 IV's new 33MP full-frame sensor doesn't dramatically improve image quality over the A7 II. The higher resolution also means fairly prevalent noise above ISO 6400, and there's heavy crop on 4K footage. But as a complete package, the Sony A7 IV is a solid all-rounder, which could be the only mirrorless camera you'll ever need. The A7 IV is a truly hybrid camera, with both high-resolution 33MP stills and up to 4K 60p video for photo and movie creators, with additional features for live streaming and real-time content sharing.